Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 393 of the Maritime Paintball Podcast. I don't know what I was thinking there. I started to lose my train of thought. Let me start that over again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 393 of the Maritime Paintball Podcast. My name is Brad O'Dell, and with me, as always, is...
You're king of paintball, baby.
That he
And
is.
I'm just noticing in our stream platform here that I have lost capabilities to do anything. I think
What?
I've been downgraded in our podcast. I cannot see any of our stats or anything. You've downgraded me, you son of a bitch.
What? When? No, I didn't downgrade you.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Can't share stuff. I can't highlight anybody's amazing comments.
I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out.
But that's okay.
I don't think I can fix that on the fly. I think we have to be off the air for me to fix that.
That's okay. I'm still kind of like stoked that I have wireless headphones. So, because I've joined the modern world.
I'm wired up, man. Look at me. I'm wired up all to the nines. So yeah, let's. You good?
Yeah, I just realized that I forgot to use one of my fantastic products from one of our awesome sponsors before the show. So that means that I got to do some business for everybody tonight. And first of all, the Maritime Paintball Podcast is brought to you by Moncton Paintball. My home, my love, my field. Boys, it's almost time. They're getting ready. I have heard from the gas man that they're just waiting for some good weather so they can get home all cleaned up for us to go back. The King's Forest has been neglected. We need to go back and see them.
It's coming. It's coming. We need the ground to dry out so that we don't rip it all to pieces.
They have one of the nicest terrains around, and it would be terrible and bad form to ruin those fields. So we're not going to be doing that.
True.
So I was just mentioning my friend Big Black Sam at the Rip King, and the Rip King has showed me some new products they've gotten. They've got some new vapes, new gear. Go see them. Go buy something from them. I don't care how you do it. Just go. Look at that. It's Scotian. Come to say hi. And the Kaiser's chosen representative is here. Since I found out that Thomas Bork is not the Kaiser. That's Andrew. I know who it is. Bond Chick. Hello, AJ. Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. No, I've seen that name before, and I'm happy to have her. Him, her. I don't give a shit who it is. Bond Chick, person. Our other sponsor, Ninja. We keep forgetting about how awesome Ninja is. They sponsor us, and then we completely ignore them. It's kind of like we do everybody.
Yeah, you know.
Hillsborough, the Atlantica Recreation Center out in Hillsborough, has got their third game, Snipers Heaven. Going to be on the 30th of March. Get out there, guys. It's the last one of March. It's going to be fun. Turtle, nice to see you, buddy. We're getting ready to see that guy above your name, above you. That's the other Thomas Bork. We're going to see him soon. And of course, our not sponsor of the day, Canadian Cunt. Get yourself a nice cunt. Everybody needs one. If it's soppy, if it's smelly, if it's brand new and fresh, you can find her on Facebook. Go and see Kat. She is the Canadian Cunt, and she will make sure that you can wear one on your face because everyone needs one. And check my list. I'm pretty sure if you go out and you try using Nightmare PB at various sites, you could probably get a discount code somewhere along the line. I don't know where. I would suggest Grindr, Pornhub, Blue Chew. God, I still want those guys. Totally want that as a sponsor.
I want to know what it tastes like. I'm just curious about it. Like, is it just mint?
Hold on. Let me get the old Google machine going here.
Thomas Burke says yes. He says yes, it tastes like mint.
I love you.
He just says yes. I'm assuming he's talking about Blue Chew. I don't know. I'm just curious what it tastes like. So those are the folks who are supporting the show. Now, to rustle some jimmies. We may be getting a special guest a little bit into the show. We're not sure yet. If he shows up, great. If he doesn't, no big deal. We totally understand. But tonight, we kind of wanted to talk about the summit, the awards, the paintball awards. If you're not aware of what it was, the summit was the award show / party / trade show / whatever you want to call it. That was hosted during the Las Vegas portion of the NXL, the Las Vegas Major. And So the trade show looked amazing. The party looked fun as hell. And it just looked like an all-around amazing time. It looked like a great time. Really want to go. If they do it again next year, I want to go. We're going to Vegas next year.
Oh no, my arm, twist it too. Stop it. I'm gonna disappear. You want me to just disappear forever? Yeah, send me to fucking Vegas. Where's Tom? He's somewhere in the neon graveyard trying to dig up Jimmy Hoffa.
I'll put an air tag on you or something. We'll keep track of you. We'll keep track of you.
Gaming, sir. Keep gaming. Oh, okay. If you insist, sir, you can't. No, sir. Please leave our establishment, sir. Still can't find out. Apparently, it tastes bitter and sweet.
What? It's bitter and sweet. Great. So it's
bitter. At least a bitter aftertaste, and it's slightly sweet.
Okay.
It must not taste very good because I am not seeing anybody saying how it tastes is anything other than like drugs.
Okay.
So health insurance does not cover Blue Chew. It's not available in North Dakota, South Carolina, which is kind of oddly specific, in the U.S. territories or outside of the United States. So they won't sponsor us because we're outside of the United States.
Oh.
Bummer.
Lame. Okay. Well, anyways. Yeah, the award show. So there was a lot of awards given out. There was a lot. Like 40, maybe more. Anyways, these awards included things that were, offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, which actually went to Marcelo Margot, which makes a lot of sense. Snake player of the year, Keith Brown. Dorito player of the year, Chris Scher, I can't pronounce the name properly. Flex player of the year, Ryan Greenspan, 100%. Breakout team of the year, New York Extreme, which is awesome because we had their host Field on the show, 3 weeks ago now?
Super nice.
So awesome, right? Divisional team of the year, Paintball Fit, that kind of thing. So they had the basic stuff, right? And then they had the classics. Then they also had like referee of the year, most improved referee of the year, head referee, all great stuff.
Was Cliff even nominated?
No.
Then I question. I'm going to already start questioning these awards, just because Cliff was nominated.
So, where some of my questions come from. Ooh.
Oh.
He didn't get the email, so I just sent him the link now.
I see you want to raise you $8.99.
We might get him in here in a few minutes. Anyways, the ones that I really wanted to talk about. Now, this conversation might end up going far left, far right, up, down, left, right, inside, and out as soon as our special guest shows up, because the way he wants to talk about this is going to be wildly different than the way we're talking about it, because we didn't attend it. We don't have a real hands-on opinion of this. This is just kind of on the outside looking in kind of situation. I am looking at some of these things though, like creator of the year, Marcelo Margot, play the game podcast. Oh, he's here. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, buddy.
Introducing some guy we found in the parking lot. No, I'm kidding.
Great way to start the
cool.
show.
We're just going to get that shit out of the way right now.
Feeling
awesome.
Much better now. Okay. Great.
Fuck you guys.
Glad I came.
Leaves.
We got
that's from downtown Toronto. That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
What an asshole.
No, yeah. He raced up. No, for real though. He raced up from a very important dinner to be on this show. So thank you so much, Wolf, for coming on.
The pleasure is all
Also,
mine.
it's been ages. It's been ages.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Been
I'm sorry.
It's been 5-6 years, I think, since you've been on the show.
No way, that much?
Yeah, the show's been going for almost 10 years now.
Ratings
but it's that long since I've been on.
I think so.
Hell,
honestly,
my
yeah.
apologies.
No, I just haven't invited you.
Oh damn! Well, F you.
No, you just start sending messages. Poor Wolf.
Just rude.
He tolerates all the messages I send. I'm sitting there half baked. I'm like, what can I send Wolf to? Oh, he's online. Let's see what I can fucking send him. He's just like,
I love it too.
Fuck are you?
By the way.
Oh god,
I totally appreciate it.
I was wondering. I'm like, I wonder if he just sees those and he's like, what the fuck are you on? Just go away.
No, I'm not that. I'm much more easygoing than people think, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You are surprisingly soft-spoken in person.
Yeah. People expect otherwise.
Yeah. Well, then when the mask drops, and then suddenly you can hear.
When we're on the field, it's a whole different thing.
right?
It's a whole different world.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So we wanted to bring you on to talk about the summit. You got to attend in a very dapper tuxedo, I might say.
Merci beaucoup.
As a man who was selling suits for some time, I can say that everything was on point,
Thank you, Thee. That's a compliment I appreciate.
right?
Thank you
And the
very
shoes, man, the shoes, the black white classics,
much. Those are very difficult to pull off.
they are. They are. It's either they work or you look like the Joker.
Or you look like a clown. Yeah, you look like a waiter. Like you got to do it properly.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what is that? A 20-ounce mug of water you got going on there?
I drink a lot of water.
Dude, I'm just impressed by the mug.
Hydrate. Hey, dollar store, baby.
Nice. I kind of want one.
It's no matter how successful I become, I'm always going to be shopping at the dollar store.
Dude, I love the dollar store. It's fantastic.
That's life.
Oh, dude, my Scotch glasses came from the dollar store.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. So yeah, you hit up the summit.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about it, man. What was it like?
It was kind of controversial.
Kinda.
I'm sure you guys want to find out, where they got the nominees from and this and that.
I'm curious about that.
There's 100,000 ways you could try to get into it. I'm not going to because I want to leave it on. There's many things behind the scenes that you guys don't know about that wasn't great.
So
Right.
talk about the
But-
let's talk about first of all. Let's get into the party. Just on the surface, how was the party?
Beautiful, magnificent.
Okay.
It was at the Sahara in
Mhm.
Las Vegas. This is no cheap venue.
No.
Fuck no. No.
This is like he went all out. Like this was like Oscar party venue type of scenario. You know what I
It
mean? Like he
looked
went
big.
Yeah.
he like I've got a little bit more video coming. I couldn't do much video because I was just there to have fun and enjoy. But it was like, have you guys been to Vegas?
No, only on video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haven't made it to Vegas yet. Planning to soon.
Just the Sahara is a massive hotel, and I don't know. I swear I don't know how he got this venue. It's so big, but it's surrounded when you go into the hotel. It's also a casino.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he had there are massive video walls with the paintball logo on it, the Major League Paintball, and you go inside and it's a beautiful pool, massive. Like these screens are like stadium-sized screens that had the all paintball stuff all around the pool and everything, and it was oh my gosh, it was a beautiful thing to see. And first of all, I went there and I spent some time watching the NXL tournament, the Vegas Major, I think they called it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I don't do that. That's not my world. And it was cool. Like it was dope. It's funny. One thing I got to tell people, and I try to explain this to people, is that paintball is a beautiful sport. And when I got into this game, how many years ago, I got into it specifically just for the woodsball. I got into it just for the milsim. That's the part I love. I love the woods. I love crawling through the grass and the swamps and the trees and the deer poop and the dead frogs. Like I'll crawl 20 minutes just for one good kill.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I love about the game. That's just what that's what I'll always love about this game. When I see that someone invited me back in the 90s to play in the Skydome game. Back when that was a thing.
I've seen video of it. That looked wild as hell.
Yeah. I was invited to play and I went there and I looked at it and I was like, wait, they just play in this tiny little field? That's it? And there's inflatable balloons around them and stuff? And I was like, where's the fun in that? I don't get it. It's, the people are like right next door to you and everything. And
I could see you not being impressed with that, knowing you as met you now. I'm like, yeah, I can't see you fucking doing that. It's like,
yeah, but again, don't get me wrong. I think that's a different skill set, and you gotta really be freaking good at what you do to pull it off on those fields. And what those tournament guys do is short of amazing.
And they bounce on
Like
the ground and they're sliding is. I,
they're
I
sliding around and diving, and you know what I mean, and walking the trigger, and I am, I'm friends with a lot of those guys, like Ollie Lang and Greenspan and Keith Brown and Bernacchia. Like I'm friends with lots of those guys because they'll come by events that I'm hosting and come and play, and we hang out and go to dinners and stuff. So they've always come to hang out with me. So I decided to make the concerted effort. What's up, Nightmare? I decided to make the concerted effort to experience what they do properly. And I've always respected what they do. It's a beautiful thing, and it's the speed, the accuracy, the skill set. You can tell a D4 team from the top level pros. You know what I mean? You can see the experience that's there and stuff. And Tom Cole invited me to come out and experience it, and it was dope. It was dope. I'm not gonna lie, and I got some video behind the scenes of how she shoots the video for the events.
Cool.
I'll show it to. I'll be making a video soon. He's got a whole cool studio production room inside of a trailer with the multiple TVs and live editing. He's got a producer saying cut to camera 2, cut to camera 3, cut to the drone. Like it's totally professional. He's got like a truck full of compressors. Like how we go do a big game and you see maybe one, maybe two compressors to deal with us.
Yep.
He had like 5 big compressors, like sterling silver sucker. You know what I mean? like he had the good stuff.
Well, I don't want no pressure problems now. That's not the time to have them.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
45s on every tank,
bro, every single time. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And he was like, you guys are you scenario guys are easy. If if you lose some air, if you only get 2,000, you're not gonna cry too much. But these guys, oh my gosh, it'll be the end of the end of the world. You know what I mean? Yep. So, which is totally understandable, I guess. It's like, and it was just amazing. I had great seats. I was in the little VIP area and stuff, and it was just watching these guys under that new snake shape. Because usually just usually a snake just goes straight down both sides, right? But he changed it up, and a whole bunch of guys are whining about it beforehand and everything.
I thought it was cool, man. I want to play that.
I thought it was dope. But when they played it, they said it was great.
Yeah, they just don't like change.
Yeah. Welcome to paintball. Right. Nobody in paintball likes change, right?
No.
So it was really cool watching these guys do their thing. And I was taken back. Like I was almost brought to tears a few times as I walked through at the venue and everything, and because when I'm at a woodsball game, scenario game, I get to meet a lot of people and stuff, and they tell me their stories and everything. And I had so many dudes, like top tier players, D3, D4 guys, so many guys come up to me and say, "Hey man, I've been watching you. I was watching your videos when I was a kid." First of all, that made me feel a little old. But but you go, and they would say, "I've been watching your videos since I was a kid, and like if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even discover this tournament stuff. Like I went to play paintball at field. I saw your videos to get excited. Then I saw the tournament side, and that's how I got into this game. Now I'm pro today. Like there's so many guys, and they wanted to take pictures with me and stuff, and sign stuff for them, and I'm choking up thinking about it now because it was like
the most humble dudes I've ever met. I know nothing about this world. I can't imagine. I could just see you being like, "Wait, what?" Like, "Oh, buddy."
Yeah.
I'll totally take a picture with you, dude. Like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, exactly, right. And it was just a beautiful thing. Like it just inspired me to go even harder now because it's like it just makes you want to like just get out there and show the world this crazy ass sport.
Mm-hmm.
Hung out in the dye tent, did some videos with them and everything. Went around and caught some videos with some other tents and stuff. It was just cool. It was the biggest tournament paintball event that has ever happened other than World Cup.
It looked like wild, man.
He had 100 more teams show up than previous years.
See, now I'm thinking
Like-
they need to flip it. Make Florida the first and make Vegas the last. And then,
Well, I don't think he couldn't find a big enough space. Like for the
yeah,
I think
if you,
Florida,
yeah, if
he
you
has
did,
a lot more room.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Play in the desert.
He maxed out. But yo, it was dope. It was the finals. Dynasty was down. I think they were playing the Hurricanes.
Yeah, they were down like 4.
And
No, 3.
They were down like 3-0-3,
And they came back.
and they came back and beat them.
Yep.
The crowd was going crazy.
Oh, dude.
Like it was
I watched it.
fascinating to see. Like, Did you watch it? Or?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it all on Go Sports. And
Okay, yeah.
you could hear the crowd losing their minds.
Oh, could you?
And it was like it reminded me of 3 years ago when the Red Legion got that last point. They had like less than half a second left to hit the buzzer or something, and like the crowd erupted like it was nuts. They beat Houston Heat. Well, everyone thought they did, then Houston won. And anyways, long story short, the crowd losing their mind it was just like, man, it was just like that again. It was just fun to watch, man. It's fun to watch.
It's kind of like when like I'm at certain fields, like at Hell Survivors when we do Living Legends, and the final battle is right beside the fence where people can stand and watch us go during final battle, and you hear them yelling and screaming and laughing and having a great time watching us go at it, right? Yep. So it was next level. I also gave him like production TV, gave him a couple pointers here and there and stuff and everything, and Tom was very receiving, and he wanted, we were like, it was very cool. Tom Cole is like the coolest dude out there. And it's interesting because he's trying to bring us in. When I say us, I say woodballers. I don't say scenario ball. There's a whole weird thing. Oh, that's not scenario. That's big game. That's not a big game. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
It's just woodsball.
Speedball and woodsball. Done.
Yeah, that's it. Plain and simple, right? And it's like for how little he knows. Like I've played with Tom before. He's generaled with me in like Decay of Nations and Los Angeles and stuff. Dope guy. He's been around forever. He knows everything. But he doesn't know, even though he's played a couple games with us, he doesn't know the woodsball world.
He's not immersed in it.
Not at all.
Right. He's immersed in speedball.
He wouldn't have time to be with what he's doing.
God, no.
You know what I'm saying? So you can see why certain decisions were made for our categories that may have seemed a little strange to some people and may have not. It didn't rub everyone the right way, but you have to understand, this is the first time it's been done. Like no other quote tournament professional endeavor has ever even bothered to care about woodsball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so no, this is the production value of this of the whole thing is above and beyond what we've seen in paintball I think ever. Honestly, like it's starting to become on par with the Europeans are doing.
Yeah, and I had some great conversations with them. We talked about certain categories that could be fixed. We talked about things that more people could be involved in, and how to open it up. And it's very tricky because, woodsballers, I know some of them were upset, and it's like, oh, why this category and why this team and why this person and stuff. And it's like, it's baby steps, as Joel is saying in the comments. It's literally the first one. The second one's going to be much better. The third one's going to be amazing. But you have to think of it in terms of what's the side of the sport that has nothing to do with us. Like, how do you organize that? Like, say if you're giving out 100 awards, what percentage of that should be woodsball or / scenario?
Right.
Right.
And how do you quantify it? Because the NXL and the Major League Paintball, they can track their stuff. They can tell you Dynasty has won X number of games. Dynasty has won X number of points. They can tell you down to the number of points that they've won.
Yeah.
But when it's like,
exactly.
It's, who was the, for example, just one of the awards, who was the best general? Well, how do you quantify that when you've got so many woodsball games that happen
Yeah.
across the United States. And then
Yeah.
on top of that, you've got the smaller ones that people don't know about. That
Yeah.
they're a very passionate little crowd. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
to be loud.
Yep.
It's almost it almost requires NXL level tracking of woodsball games, which
Yeah.
is a logistical nightmare.
Impossible to do.
Logistical nightmare.
Possible to do because like there's so many things you have to take into consideration. Like, what do you consider? Like, you can't have guys who have 50 people playing every day, every weekend, calling it a big game, and then putting those stats in with the guys who are like,
Right.
1,000 player games,
Because we
and
didn't
like, you know what I mean?
we
Because
that
it's
happening here in the Maritimes years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah,
you just took the
Every
words out of his mouth. He said that a couple of weeks ago. Shit.
every weekend, a field was going, oh, we're having a big game, and it was like
yeah,
30 guys, and we're like, this is a walk on with a theme.
it is, yeah.
Which don't get
And
me wrong,
I'm not trying to disrespect that because that's how people get into it, and not everyone's going to be at the big games all the time.
for sure.
But it's like we need to be able to keep some form. See, I think part of the way they nominated is also geographically.
Mm, I noticed
And
that.
also, like they wanted some from the West Coast in the States, from the East Coast, from the North, whatever, and from Florida and Texas. You know what I mean? So they're trying to do that. And it's really difficult to do because there's so much happening that you don't know about,
Yeah.
right? And we don't hear about all the generals who've won their games, and we don't hear about all the teams who have won MVT and all the players who have won MVP. And I mean, I don't know if you were on my face like a couple weeks ago on my Facebook page. I said, how can we? Is there anyone or any way we could keep track of who wins these games?
Yeah, I was actually talking to a guy in the comments there about he, I could easily set up a website. Give me 24 hours. I got a website set up. You register, you submit your games, that kind of thing. But there needs to be.
Exactly.
But I immediately run into the issue of there's a vetting process needs to be put in place.
Yeah.
So who does the vetting? What is the
Yeah.
qualifications for the vetting? How does it? So you're piling on top of piling on top of piling, and it's like, how do you do this? How do you? Some random person just goes, yeah, I had a big game. I had 1,000 players, and this
Yeah.
team won. Okay, well,
Yeah.
prove it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And it's almost a no win situation.
Yeah.
Because no matter who wins, there's going to be people crying about something.
Oh, 100%.
and
100%.
and it's like we're grown ass men shooting paintballs at each other, and these guys, like, there was we had someone tried doing an awards show here. Do you remember Kara? Um, she had, or the Kara. I always call her Kara. Her son played. She was one of the big paintball moms.
Oh my God, yes. I think I had her on the show.
She's had, yeah, and she had a award show up here in Burlington, Oakville area. She rented out like a
Yes.
hotel
Oh,
and
wow.
everything.
I haven't thought about
And
that in ages.
exactly, and the amount of whining from woodsballers
Oh my
in
God.
Canada was atrocious.
Yeah, I felt so bad because she
And
put
dude,
so much work into that.
she lost money doing that, and it was so cool of her. And it was like, and then there were certain people who wanted to boycott it because their friend wasn't nominated, and you know what I mean. And it was oh,
Just,
like,
oh, man.
yeah,
Asshole. I don't know who you are, but fuck you.
I'm not gonna name
No,
names.
no, no,
or
no, no. I
anything,
don't want you to. But
there were
whoever they are,
teams-
they know who they are.
There were guys out there who were like, oh, this is just a popularity contest, and it's like I just hosted like as an MC for part of it. I didn't win anything or anything, and I don't feel like I really need to because I get enough recognition as it is. So I feel weird accepting anything like that. I think other paintballers should be getting focused on that don't get the focus, and I think hopefully when they come out with the video, you'll see my speech where I said this is not for me. This is for the guys who don't get to play the games they want to play because they have families and they can't afford it, and they'll work overtime for 2 months straight so they can make one or two big games, and and they'll try and find parts for their marker on Facebook and try and put it together and get their you know what I mean, like the
you can
guys
stop talking about me and
who
Tom
aren't
now.
seen.
You can
Have you
And
know?
it's like and it's like there's so many unknown warriors in this game
Yep.
that deserve more recognition. And I try to do my little stuff, like my top 5 kills, and I try to highlight people on my TikTok when I do highlight players and stuff like that. And I try to do it that way. And to have someone like the NXL / Major League Paintball do it in such a massive venue is a beautiful thing. And there's so many things to try and take into consideration, and so many people. It's not easy for Tom to do that.
No,
And
it's too granular.
What he did was pretty cool, though. Like, pretty damn cool. I mean, I think there was my 5 or 6 in this scenario thing, but there could have been more. For instance, I think he had a category for podcasts.
Content creator.
And no, there was also a podcast one where I think
Play the Game podcast.
Play the Game podcast was in it.
Yeah, because they won content creator.
Yeah. Was that content creator or podcast?
Well, there was creator and YouTube. I didn't see a podcast one.
Okay, sorry, that's what I meant. Creator and YouTube thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, even that side, like Ryan Green's fan show wasn't nominated. Spick and Fan show. You know what I mean? And it's like I thought that could have included a couple of non-speedballer hosted podcasts. I think Behind the Bunker could have been one of them.
I'm surprised they were
I think that
included.
Really?
I think that Maritime, I think that the Frontline, well, there's so many.
There's a lot of podcasts now.
Yeah. And I'm just talking on the Canadian side, right?
Yeah.
It's like
triple.
And it, like down in Mexico, Barrio Paintball has a huge podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's they need to, and they did have a couple of European nominations. Thank you for that. They did have a couple of European nominations and a few European. So I'm like, we're part of North America. We should have been included in that to begin with, but Mexico should have a couple nominations. And it's easy for us to sit here in the chairs and say
100%
what's wrong and right.
Right, 100%. It's easy to look at it and go, well, you should have done this, and they go, well,
yes,
you've got a timeline to build this thing, and if you create a nominee list and you go, okay, let's just say podcasts, right? Like, we can go super granular with this. We just say podcasts. You go, okay, here's your nominee list. You could put 30 paintball podcasts in. There are that many. Some of them don't get as much following as the others. Some of them are very hard to find, and they're very small, but they're doing their thing. But there's that many. So
what's going to happen in the future is that I think you're going to get a big list of podcasts and or YouTube shows or personalities, and then people will vote on who they like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I would like to see too, because the voting side of it, like I would say 95%, if not more, I'd actually say close to 99% of the awards that were handed out, I 100% agree with. Of course, I have my opinions on some of them, but the voting, just the way they did the voting, it felt not purposely hidden, but it was a little hard to find the way to vote.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It was. They just kept it to their own pages, type of thing.
It kind of got stuck in
an NXL page and a Major League page.
It kind of got stuck in a bubble.
What? First of all, what we need to do when it comes to voting is create a registry of paintballers. So that means So what I'm saying is like that's so like Johnny, whose team is nominated for an award, they can't go to their high school and get all their high school friends and to spam it. They have to. I mean, you don't have to like prove you play paintball, but you at least should have to like register someone somewhere to say, okay, this is who I am, this is what I play, this is where I live, and then click a button, then you can vote on any category, type of thing, as opposed to having your family and someone few thousand random people vote for you that don't even know what they're voting for, type of thing. just to legitimize it a tad bit, if that makes sense.
Sorry, you got my brain going though. There's Hockey Canada does something similar like that, where like if you go like it's you could be a hockey player, right? You could just be like you can play the beer league, right? Whatever. But Hockey Canada doesn't know who you exist. But let's say you play for an actual registered team. Maybe it's just a small town municipal team. They're registered with Hockey Canada.
Yeah.
So your information is given to Hockey Canada. They now at least know roughly who you are.
Yep.
So if somebody created something like Major League Paintball, obviously they probably don't have the resources right now to do this. I imagine they're stretched fairly thin with just the NXL itself. But if something like that, and then you go down a level and you go, okay, as a field, you can register to be an official like spot, like an official field backed by the Major League Paintball, in which case they submit a ton of information because it's a business, so they're expected to have a little less privacy. And then individuals can register through that field, maybe to officially be part of a registry. I think something like that could happen.
That sounds very cool.
Right? It would require a lot of logistics, and it would take time. But yeah, I see what you mean, though. You definitely need something so that it doesn't become a popularity contest of...
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's going to... of people who don't know what they're
That's what I mean. Yeah, you're not going to get that one...
It's all going to be a popularity contest.
That's what an
when it
award
comes
show
to
is.
woodsball.
Like...
Yeah.
Right, for certain things, it's...
Yeah.
Right?
Certain things you can make it more adaptable and make it more agreeable. And, you know what I mean? And I mean, there's always going to be dudes who cry and say, oh, so-and-so, you know, we're the bad boys of paintball. We don't care about being recognized and being popular. And even though they're going to cry about it on their own podcast.
They're going to moan and cry online about it for the next 3 days.
No, for 3 years, bro.
Yeah,
but it's like, at the same time, it's like, you know, it's just, you know, until we can quantify certain things, that's just going to be done that way.
And man, quantifying it's going to be so hard because there's going to be so many individuals who are going to want to do it a different way at different fields. Hell, woodsball fields can't get the rules straight. Some fields bounces count, some fields they don't. Some fields run 280, some fields run 260. Some like you know what I mean? Like it's like
you can't get. I don't think you don't need to get that deep.
No, what I'm saying is
about
just
rules and stuff, but
in general,
getting
them to agree to something is impossible. Is what I'm saying.
Well, absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. They're just oh my gosh, it's crazy, and it's like, sorry, I'm reading the comments too.
Oh, no, they're going at 100 miles an hour. I'm trying to keep up. I'm sorry, you guys lost me when all I heard was Barrio Paintball, so I'm looking it up. I'm like, okay, and then I realized that it's in Indiana. I'm like, oh shit, maybe I can go get some food. I could justify going.
I thought Barrio was in Mexico.
Barrios in Mexico.
I was a barrio in fucking Indiana too, so I'm really glad.
Interesting.
I'm really glad because if you go to Barrio Paintball on their Facebook, the one I found is in fucking Gary, Indiana. I'm like, that does not sound like it's Mexico. Because
everybody was speaking, you know, Mexican on the podcast, and you know, show fields in Mexico, so you never know.
I don't know, man.
We could be in the Matrix. Who knows?
Or it's worth crossing the border. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's a long way to cross.
It's you know it's going to be complicated and tricky and weird
but like you said, this is the first time.
There's no quick fixes for it, and it's the first time.
Yeah. So
first WrestleMania was terrible too. It took a few years before Hogan and on.
First, you know how long it took UFC to get established?
Well, you mean like the modern UFC or the
years?
original UFC? Yeah. The original is still where my heart lies.
Because the original was basically back alley cage fights.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, look at how long it took for them to.
Well, they had to set rules
to evolve. They had to set rules. They had to have one governing body, and that is what Tom Cole is doing with his Major League Paintball line. Right?
That's killer. That's killer.
I really think there is a way. Like I said, it'll take time, but I really think it's possible to get fields on board to kind of operate under the Major League Paintball umbrella. They don't have to pay. They probably wouldn't have to pay anything, but it'd be nice for Major League Paintball to be like, here are the rules. Here are the standards. Follow these standards.
And you're talking for woodsball stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, these are the standards, the basic standards. Follow these. Great. Okay, cool.
And then you're gonna have guys cry about what the standards are.
Yeah, we'll tell those guys and then they can go play their outlaw fields. But
Yeah.
but then these fields that go, okay, we agree to follow these standards,
Yeah.
can then host woodsball events that are officially backed and tracked by Major League Paintball. In which case, now it is actually quantifiable.
The American Paintball Association of America. Is that what we're hoping for here?
So again,
I'm down for
here's
it.
my question.
Kick ass.
One thing I don't know about, is the Ontario or Canadian tournament leagues.
Like
Now, are they going to bend the knee to the Major League Paintball conglomerate and join as one, or are they going to say, "Oh no, we're going to do our own stuff"?
I would
I don't know how those politics work in that side of the game.
My understanding is the OPL is a self-sustaining system. You enter it, you play it, you win it, you lose it, you take home your prize, whatever.
Do they win prize money in that?
I think they get a bit. It's been a little while since I've talked to Derek about it. Is it Derek? Anyways, I forget. I'm terrible with names. Everyone's Bud to me.
Hey, dude, guy.
Bro to me.
Right? You get it. And so then the NXL or that kind of thing, that's its own separate tournament. So you pay your entry fee, you play it, you win it, you lose it, whatever. I don't think they need to combine, but I would like to see.
But what I'm saying is, though, why don't we have more Canadian representation in the NXL? I mean, there are a few Canadian teams there.
Being content creators, because every time we turn around, it's a Canadian on YouTube.
So true. It's so true. But I was very proud because I did see. I think I saw Donna's team from Wasaga there.
The Beach Boys.
I can't remember the specific name. Please forgive me. But there were the few teams who came up to me and hey, we're from so and so, and we're from Canada and this and that, and I was very proud to see them and everything. But it's like, why is there a reason why the LPL teams don't go? Like, is maybe you get to the top of the OPL, then you go to the NXL? Maybe that they could arrange something like that.
I think so. I think it might also be a real money thing too, because to play NXL,
mucho dinero
your entry fee is mad money. Your paint's going to be mad money. Mind you, HK did that cool thing where they're like $20 cases.
Oh, dude, the drama caused from that.
GI was.
You have no idea how pissed people were.
Man, some of the when the big paint brands like GI are throwing out memes, that it's even worse behind the scenes.
Listen, bro. I thought I've pissed people off in the past, but oh my gosh.
I want to know, did HK make money on that? I'd love to know if they made $1 a case.
I don't think the point was to make money on it, because I think they lost money per case, theoretically.
Yeah,
I think it was just to make their name bigger in the industry.
Yeah, you just move that loss into your marketing budget.
Yeah,
they're at their show and they're there to make a splash. They don't care if they lost money.
Exactly.
You're going to Vegas. If you expect to make money in Vegas, you're dumbass.
Exactly.
Sorry, you're going there to spend money.
That was a huge PR move, but they pissed off a lot of people because, the average player is going home to see what $20 a case. Could you imagine that in Canada? $20 for a case of paintballs at a big game.
Bruh.
You know what I mean? And so all these guys are going to go home to their local fields, or they're going to hear about it through social media, and they're going to go to the local fields and see, cases, are $70, $80, $100. And they go, hey, I heard that paintballs cost $20 a case at this game. How come it's so expensive here? Right?
How much?
So just
wouldn't that truck
magnify that everywhere the paintball is played, people are going to hear about the $20 paintball cases.
Yeah.
And say, hey, you guys are ripping us off. Why are we paying this much money? So
that's why high schools need to keep teaching economics or bring it back. Because when you explain to somebody, look, man, I order 1,000 cases of paint a year. That 3-day event did 14,000 cases.
Yeah, but regular people don't care about that.
No, they don't. They saw a number online, and that's the number they want.
Exactly.
My years of retail taught me that.
It makes everybody look bad, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. I'm glad I wasn't those guys and came out with that idea, because
Somebody at
You
HK is currently on Indeed right now, looking for a job.
No, I think it was.
Or we
it's
could
not like- I
raise-
don't- that was not a singular mistake. That was planned.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was not a mistake. That was
No,
Yeah.
100%.
That
That's the
was
marketing
like-
team.
Yeah, that was and I'm not gonna lie, it was a great marketing play.
It got their paint into a
Genius.
lot of people's hands.
it.
It did, and it put their name out there even bigger.
Yep.
Good or bad, is there bad publicity?
Controversy
all
makes cash.
Theoretically, right? Yeah,
So
and I love those
Bischoff.
guys. I love the HK guys. We're all good friends. I'm friends with Marky and them guys, and you know what? They're hostile kids. They're rebels.
I love
Their
HK's whole shtick.
image. I love their whole brand.
They are
Paintball cool.
they're late 90s, early 2000s skate culture.
Yeah, that's why I love him.
Right?
I'm the skater.
He's
And the skate. Just
going on
remember when Paulo Peralta and Tony Hawk and those guys went to skateboard competitions in the beginning. They were doing tricks that pissed off the existing guys who ran those competitions.
Yeah, because you weren't supposed to
Right?
do those tricks.
Exactly. And that's how HK Army looks half the time, is the rebels who keep it young, who keep it fresh, who make the cool videos, and they come in to disturb shit, and that's what they do. And they're the best at doing that. So
Yep.
I know it seems messed up to us, but
No, I love
it keeps everyone on their toes in a way.
I love everything HK does. I love their
Yeah.
energy. I love their image. I love their branding. Their marketing is on point.
Yep.
I love the fact that, and I mean, this is this is such a small thing, but to me, it was a big like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. When you look at the different marketing styles of all the different companies, and then you look at HK, and they've got guys like Marky who look like he should either be slinging craft beers or cutting your hair in a very expensive hipster barbershop.
Yeah.
But then,
Yeah,
then
like-
they've got like crazy fit athletic guys showing off the gear. And then they got a dude that they just call Big Sexy, who's just, you know what I mean? Like they've got the full spectrum.
500-pound crazy guy who's a lot of fun.
Right. So
Like,
they're just,
yeah.
So we got to find this guy. I have to go and party with Big Sexy then, because
You don't know Big Sexy?
no, but I want to know Big Sexy.
Serious.
Dude.
Awesome. He's awesome.
yeah. and
Bradley.
they hand him a
Come
marker
on,
and it
man.
looks like he's like holding the thing from Men in Black. Like he's like,
Yeah, his page is not safe for work.
Has nobody been paying attention to this fucking place? I'm not safe for work. I'm not allowed to go into
It's not
public.
safe for work.
How-
But yeah, he's not, like his Instagram, he does some crazy stuff on it.
Yeah, I'll have to go dig deeper into it.
Yeah.
You know, so
Even McDonald's has a clown. Fuck.
even McDonald's has a clown.
Mhm.
You know what?
But yeah, HK thinks out of the box, and it's like, you gotta, step out and do your own thing, and it's not easy in the paintball industry.
No.
Like, look at Hormesis. Like, Ollie and those guys pulled off some amazing stuff by what they did was just headbands. People are paying, $300 to $700 for a freaking headband,
which
which is amazing.
from a businessman's
If I'm selling
point
a
of
fucking headband, you're goddamn right. it
from,
is.
from a businessman's point of view, when I look at this as somebody who respects the art of business, and I look at that and go, damn, that's impressive.
My lobes,
Yeah,
tingle,
exactly.
boys and girls.
As an
They
individual,
should be studying that in MBA courses.
like at everything, the rest of my life is very DIY, very like I like shopping at the dollar store and putting things together, that kind of thing. I look and I just go like, I couldn't imagine ever spending that kind of money on a headband, but somebody's doing it because they're obviously doing it.
See, I'm kind of like a fancy Nancy.
I'll spend
I like
good
to go
money on
shopping and
clothes.
stuff.
I
Yeah, I hear you. But like, if you like it, you're gonna spend the money.
that's
right?
what
And it's like,
obviously there's a customer out there. You know what I mean?
and they're doing great.
Yeah. So
I think there's a page dedicated to those who own Hormesis headbands.
right,
But at the same time, I think there's also a page out there for people who hate Hormesis headbands. So
probably made
You
by
know,
Hormesis as well, because it's like Elvis's manager selling I Hate Elvis gear. Like,
genius.
right?
I love that. That's a great idea. Oh my gosh.
You should definitely do
That's
I
an
Hate
idea.
Wolf paintball.
I just can't.
He don't need to do that. They just creep right into his.
Oh.
They creep into his posts every time. That's some of
every time.
Right.
Brad will message me at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock on a Monday morning. I'll drag ass out of bed. And he goes, I can't stop. And it'll just be him poking at people. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
I'm like, I gotta stop. I gotta unfollow Wolf because he keeps
The blackest
putting
black
up
but never
posts.
blacked. I'm
Yeah,
reading it going, fuck,
it's
do I
crazy.
message him? Do I say something? Because this is awesome. Laugh
Please
my
do.
Oh fuck,
Please
I
do.
laugh my
DM
ass.
me what
Always.
anything. I enjoy your DMs, brother. It's all good. But yeah, so Sunday the tournament Sunday night with the big party.
Yeah.
Started too early.
Oh, was it like an awkward start?
No, it just started at like 7 o'clock and the tournament ended at 5.
Oof.
So there were still dudes like tearing down their tents from the tournament.
Yeah.
And had to get there a little late and stuff.
Yeah, that's 2 hours to get back, clean up.
Yeah.
Like, let them get a power nap in. They just played a tournament.
Yeah, and I got like I got there a little late and stuff because
Yeah, that's just fashionable though.
Yeah, it's just fashionable. But it was like it was so cool seeing everybody there, and there was and the cool thing about that, it wasn't just players there. It was like a lot of industry heads there.
Yeah,
a lot of big wigs in that event, and I'm glad I dressed to impress because they like that type of thing. But it was just a lot of people there, and it was again a lot of people who were asking to take pictures and stuff, and it was just so official. I would have changed a few things, just technicalities like turn off the music when you're announcing an award type of stuff, a little production stuff like that. Yeah. And they had to go through them way too fast because there's too many awards.
There was an awful lot of them.
Yeah, it was like between announcing the next award, announcing the nominees, announcing the winner, having them come up. You know why the Oscars have to play the music when you're talking too long type of scenario?
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like, and I wish I was a jerk. I could have, when I accepted my award, which was I was very humbled. Thank you, Tom and Excel for that. I could have said like 3 pages worth of stuff like that. People I wanted to thank and everything, but I was like, I just rushed myself because I realized that there's so much more to do.
You just didn't want to get the hook.
Huh? No, I didn't want to get the hook. Yeah, that's such a Gen X, Gen Boomer thing to say. But I didn't want to get a hook, and I didn't want to take other people's time. I'll give you one pet peeve, one negative thing I can say about it is that
sorry, before you start,
yeah,
I have to walk away for just a few minutes.
Okay,
keep going. Keep going.
Go take care of someone. Okay, I'll leave that. I'll wait for that negative thing until you get back. But it was so cool because the networking was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The environment, the amount of people were there was huge. It was a huge crowd there.
I saw the pictures that did get posted, and it sounded like there was a hell of a turnout. And again, you can't have it in the Sahara and not fill the venue because they cheat.
Yeah, I think we impressed those. I think we impressed them. I think paintball impressed Las Vegas.
If you can get that kind of good publicity and not have a shit show on your hands in Vegas, you've done well. And I bet again they had the time of their lives. You guys look like you're having a riot.
Oh, it's dope, bro. It was hilarious because first of all, I'm very thankful for the paintballers for not doing anything stupid to the rooms or throwing bubbles in any fountains or anything like that, or you know what I mean?
Thanks
like
keeping it classy, guys.
Yeah, kept it classy. No real shenanigans happened. So I think we'll be invited back.
Good.
I lost my point, but it was like, and again, it was the venue. It wasn't just a regular nightclub. It was an outdoor nightclub with a pool in the middle. You know what I mean? It was just beautiful. The neon lights in the pool and everything, and the cabanas. You could get a private cabana for $1,000.
Oh, is that all?
And it was like that's pretty good. That's a pretty good price.
Cheap. That's
a pretty good price. That's like bottle service in Toronto is like $3,000, bro.
I mean, when F1 was in Vegas last year, it was.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's
No, if you're going to go to Formula One in North America, sorry, you should just go to
yeah,
Montreal. That's the cheap spot. And that's it.
that's the best place to go.
I'd love to go to Circuit of the Americas, but if you're going to go to
Oh
Formula
yeah,
One in
yeah,
North
yeah, yeah.
America, you just go to Montreal. It's
Woo!
cheap. Everybody's partying. It's the same week as
Yeah,
Pride, so you know you're having yourself a grand old time.
yeah. And yeah, what was I gonna say when you left? Oh, the only thing I didn't
Yeah.
like about it per se, and again, that can be fixed easily, is that um, what they should have done is have like one tournament award, and then one scenario award, and then you know what I mean? Split them up, and then you leave the bigger ones for kind of last. Like, I mean, when I say the bigger ones, it's not to downplay anyone's role or anything, but you had like award for best referee. You had award for best scorekeeper for tournament paintball, stuff like that.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
So
No one
I
cares
think
about the key grip. We care
I
about them.
don't.
We
Well,
care about
yeah,
them,
yeah.
but they're not
It's
the
the
big
Oscars.
award. It's not
Yeah,
the best picture. So
yeah,
yeah.
exactly, exactly. So it's not to downplay what they do, but I think they should have kept certain ones for the end of it, type of thing.
Mm.
Mhm.
And also, they kind of rushed through the scenario awards, the woodsball awards, which was kind of shitty. Excuse my language. Um, it felt like how they didn't televise the hip hop awards in the Grammys.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you got like I can
You know what I'm saying?
I can see how this went with like creator of the year, Tyler Harmon. Yay! Everyone goes through it. It's like
Yeah,
YouTube channel of the year, Matt the Gym Rat. Yay! And then
yeah,
producer of the game, creator, scenario team of the year, scenario big game of the year, scenario lifetime game of
yeah,
the year. All right,
yeah.
Albert. Like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it felt like that. And
that's a shame.
again, I'm not dissing anybody or any decisions made. It just, it felt like it could have been a little
I
spread out a little bit more.
I think they need to eliminate some of the awards. Honestly, there's too many. There's
Oh
there,
yeah, and people want more. Like, like I'm hearing woodsballers say they want more. Like they want,
They always
you
want
know,
more.
well,
God
I was
damn, Woods ballers always
like
wanting more.
it would be nice if we had more. But again, there's a few things that we could have been included in more as opposed to separating.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I said, the YouTube show awards could have been some woodsball content and some speedball content, as opposed to controlled by speedballers type of thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call behind the bunkers speedball or woodsball content.
No,
They cover everything,
they're
right?
yeah,
So
they're right in the middle.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they could have covered more stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, the oh, it was so cool. Like I got to hang out with me and Ryan Greenspan. We're good friends off and on the field, and I was hanging out with him and Yosh and just the the jokes, the inside jokes, the fun, the party. It was hilarious. The teams from Mexico started dancing when the music came on, and it was magnificent. I was hanging out with Keith Brown from, I think he's on Impact. Keith Brown.
Yep.
And he brought his mom to the awards show. She was very
Oh,
proud,
that's cool.
and
What a
I was
good
having like a
boy.
tearful conversation with her, and it was just
Bringing his
so
mumsy to the
freak.
show.
Sorry.
Bringing his
Oh yeah, yeah,
mumsy to
yeah.
the show. What a good lad.
So sweet.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and it was just a little bit of everything. And again, I was there with Gabriel T. Devil from Legion 13 and a few other guys, and it was just, man, it was just so cool. It felt good. It felt good, and we need to. I want you guys to be there. Like I was walking around and saying, "Oh, it would be so cool to have, you guys there. It'd be so cool to hang out with Nightmare and Tonka and
Oh,
Alabaster Slim and all the guys who are trying to do things up here." And I was hoping to see Donna there, and she wasn't there. And I was hoping to see Marie there, and shoot,
why haven't we
Commando
gotten a show
Paintball,
with
Commando Paintball's husband.
Hmm?
Dave?
Dave,
Dave.
Marine Dave. I was hoping to see them there. I saw Greg there from London, Adrenaline Paintball.
Hmm.
That was nice. But I was hoping to see more Canadians there would have been beautiful.
Donna says she
Oh,
wanted to
thank
be
you,
there.
Steve. I'm sure you did, Donna. You take care of so many other people to go to places.
Yeah.
I'm sure you already had a million other things there.
Yeah.
Callista was not there. Reaper did drive down. I think it was like a 4-hour drive there for him.
Yeah.
But I was hanging out. I was hanging out with like Gino from Valken, who was very cool. I was hanging out with the guy, the president, and the guys from Planet Eclipse. Like all the biggest companies. It was dope. It was dope. Donna, if you're gonna come, I gotta see what you're gonna wear, Miss Langman. You better come in something. You better come in something fierce, girlfriend. Donna better come in fire. I'm telling you, that'll be dope.
We want sparkles. We want sequence.
I want sequins. I want heels.
It needs to look
Louboutin
fabulous.
wheels.
Oh,
and
not that
diamonds.
swap meet Louis. No
straight diamonds.
Diamonds. They could be fake.
Don't I don't care. She just better come.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Wherever she goes, I'm sure wherever she goes, she kills it. She don't need to wear Louis. She don't have to wear Louis to have it on. To just carry it on the shoulders.
Listen, let it dream, baby. Just think big. But of course, anything she wears would look fantastic. Yes,
I'm definitely making the trip next year. I've already figured it out how I'm going to do it, and I'm probably going to mask it as a week-long getaway for me and the missus, where I'm going to vanish for 72 hours.
Exactly.
And just say lost in the casino.
Listen, there was a pools and stuff all around the venue, tons of stuff to do. She could just chill at the pool and read and do whatever, or go out with the girls and go see Magic Mike, what have you.
Right? Whatever. Whatever. Go look at that, because you're not going to find it at home. So go look at it.
But it was like I was lying, like I was hanging out with Lauren Salinas and all the lady paintballers looked amazing, great outfits. And it's funny because a lot of the female players are kind of rough around the edges.
They're female paintball players,
just like the guys. Yeah. And but they a lot of them have the heels on and the skirts and the nice outfits and stuff. You know what I mean?
They cleaned up good.
They cleaned up good,
right?
And it was a beautiful thing to see.
Yep.
But again, they had like the Icons Awards, which was that they brought they had their own what do you call it when you have a
fucking Joel,
like a hall of icons, right? And the sad guy, Northern Lights. That's funny.
Sorry.
They had like the like 7 or 8 icons that they're gonna have like a museum about, the greatest paintballs and stuff. It would have been nice to see a couple of Canadian ballers in there. You know what I mean? There's a couple of guys who've been in this game. Like I would have loved to have seen Dave and Marie from Commando, or Donna and her husband in there. And also it would have been nice to see Canadian Field. They had Field of the Year, and I think they had one for Midwest and West and etc. It would have been nice to see a Canadian contingent of that.
Yeah.
But again, feelings are going to get hurt no matter what you do, 100%. But it still would have been nice to be included in that conversation, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I
hope I'm not going too fast for you guys.
No,
I'm like,
not at all. I've got people messaging me like off the like Steve Ross is just like, you need to show up next year, and he's like sending me videos of like the room of like the party, and I'm like, that's cool.
Oh yeah, good. You should be able to post those. They're beautiful.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna happen. But I'm curious about like the way that they did some of these awards. Like I said, they need to kind of eliminate a few, because you've got like Northeast, Midwest, West Coast, Southwest, Southeast. That's just the stores.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy hell!
I think he's trying to make too many people happy.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not trying to make enough woodsballers happy, but he's trying to make.
Just twist that blade. Just twist that blade. Well, just twist it.
I gotta represent for the woods, baby.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's
where I started. That's where I started. That's where I keep going.
Yeah.
I try to play speedball, and then I'm just like, I just get the shit kicked out of me, and I'm like, I'm gonna go back to the woods.
And but there's so much we have to offer, and there's so much we've done and brought to this game, and 90% of people start with us, then they go to play tournament after if they want to do that. You know what I mean?
100%. 100%.
We keep this game alive, and I just feel that I want to see more of us represented there. And like I said, we're lucky to be there, because there's literally no reason for him to include us.
No, he didn't have to. I was blown away to see that in there. Like, I was just like, oh wow, okay, like really appreciate you doing it.
Yeah.
Here's some pointers. You know,
Yes,
like you just
exactly, right? You don't have to come across as a jerk and say, "Hey, f this guy for not including
no.
so and so and this and that." Like that's not how you win hearts. Like you say, "Oh, it was amazing what you did. Here's some ideas of how to make things better." Right? So, I'm put a committee together and try and keep it objective. Don't have 1,000 guys going there voting for their own teams and stuff.
That's the hard part. As soon as you open it up to community voting, there's always
Yes.
going to be that risk of like what
Well, that's
you know.
yeah. That's fine. I mean the how you nominate teams and
That was
stuff.
one thing I would love to know is how they picked the nominees. Like
Yeah.
what was the system behind that? What was the logic behind it?
Yeah.
Not questioning it, being like, why the hell did you nominate these people? I'm just genuinely curious.
Totally.
What's your checks and balances? What's your processes?
Well,
And
that's why I don't think even at this point it's irrelevant. It's how it's done next time
no, that yeah, that's right.
and how it's done. To see whatever didn't work. And Donna said, "How did they choose the winners?" Yeah, that's what we're getting into, and it's some were voted on, some they just chose, um, and it's going to be an evolving process.
Right now,
It's going to
and
be.
that's the
I
thing,
gave him a
right?
whole bunch of ideas. Other people are going to be giving ideas, and that's just the only way to grow it.
5 years
So we'll
from
see.
now, nobody's going to remember
The
like
first one.
the
Well,
first
don't
one.
say it like that. Jeez,
You know, like
remember a little bit of what I was a part
who the hell's
of.
that guy?
But
I don't know, man. He just keeps
um,
showing up. Said it's something about he won the first award and he won't go away.
he's out there holding a cup, waiting for some change to get in. Um, he keeps saying something about you, who ya, trying to get some spare change.
Change.
Can you give me a few first strikes to get in this
Fuck yeah.
party?
Change the first strikes. Please, please, sir, can I have some money for my first?
Can I?
I'm
Can I
missing
please
teeth,
have
but I need a
another?
first strike.
But yeah. And then after that, we had. Oh, I'm sorry. How long? I know your show usually goes
Nah,
an
buddy,
hour. I'm
just
not
go,
sure.
man. Go, go.
Okay.
Don't worry about
And
it.
then after that, they had the summit, which is the new extravaganza,
Yes, how was that?
and that was very cool. That
Excellent.
was very cool. I've never been to extravaganza, and I purposely never went to it. I've been invited before, but I never went because when I review stuff, I like to use them.
Yeah,
Right. So if I never saw the purpose in going there, seeing a new paintball marker, and not being able to shoot it, because my thing was I got popular in this game by reviewing gear, and I like to actually test it out. And if I don't like it, I'll say something, and if I like it, I'll say something. Or if I really hate it, I won't say anything because I don't want to hurt them. You know what I mean?
yep.
Like I
If you ain't got nothing nice to say,
yeah. And at the same time, like if someone asks me if I like a certain product, I'll be honest with them, but I don't want to publicly embarrass someone.
yeah,
You know what I
you're
mean?
not gonna
So
make a
I don't want to
video
hurt them.
just calling a product garbage. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. That's doing the.
common
I don't want people to
courtesy.
buy crappy stuff, but at the same time, I'm gonna give them a chance to grow.
You know?
Like for instance, to use me an example, like when the first box mag came out, the box order came out, I didn't like it. It had its issues, the first generation, like
Mhm.
the first one. And so I didn't review it on air until they made some improvements.
Mhm.
And then I said, "Oh, okay, here we go." You know what I mean? So I'll if I get certain items, I'll tell them it can try to fix a few things, and I'll give you another chance and review it again.
Yeah, I mean
You know what I mean?
it's not fun doing a video because I've had to do a few where like when you're struggling to find something good to say about a product, it just makes it makes making that video just a horrendous
Yeah,
experience when you're
and
just
people can tell.
yeah, right. You're forcing it.
People
You're
can
being
tell.
like, it's got a really great color.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. This is a great color camouflage for this marker.
Ugh,
It's awesome. And look at how the barrel screws in. That's really cool.
right? Yeah.
Oh, the shoot, it's okay.
Shoot, don't worry about
But
that
look at
part.
this grip. It's nice and rubbery. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
Straight.
yeah. So
Yes.
it's
Fires
as a there you go. But I did say some at the summit. Um, again, I was really blessed, and I was very appreciative. There were field owners and industry owners and presidents and big names from Europe and Mexico and all over the States and Asia, and like almost all of them knew who I was, and I had no
Wow.
idea. I had no idea. Like there was guys who own paintball teams, the big owners, who were like, "Finally glad to meet you. I love your stuff." And I was like, I had no idea these people. Jesus, I'm getting caught up again. Oh, okay, I had no idea these people knew who I was. I thought I was just like in the woods world, right?
Mhm.
And it is such a blessing to be able to meet them, and people, they were asking for my input on woodsball. They're asking for my input on how to do social media. They're asking about other people, and I was recommending check out Nightmare. I was saying check out Alabaster. I was saying check out the Command Bros, check out Maritime, check out
Yeah, I see how you
Behind
had
the
us there near
Bunker.
the end. I caught that. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen,
I'm kidding about it. I'm kidding.
but I'll say, I was trying to plug people to let them know there's so much more out there.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm a lot, but I'm saying there's more out there that they can experience and that should be present. That you guys, if you need help with anything, there's a lot of examples out there. And I was, a lot of uh, content creators who do tournament stuff. I met a lot of the photographers and videographers who have some serious equipment out there. It's just a pleasure to mix and mingle and network and get ideas of each other. And like I saw a cool movie video, and I just sent the idea to one of the guys at NXL, and I saw another idea, and I sent it to one of the guys who does HK's videos. Like it's like a melding of the creative minds at that
That
point.
that's one thing I really like. I want to go next year for all of that, but also the networking, being able to like meet people, and like
Very important.
shake hands,
Very
kiss
important.
babies. Like,
Very important.
like,
Yeah, and I really underestimated it before. Um, I respect it even more now. And it's weird because I'm an introvert. So even though I'm very loud at certain situations, sometimes I'd rather just like chill in my room and read a book. But I kind of push myself to get out there and meet more people and everything. You know what I mean? It's this is why I laugh, and this is why people who are close to me laugh when someone says, "Oh, Wolf has an ego," because like I am really shy, and I'm really I try to be loving and appreciative and stuff, and it's like for someone to say that about me, I don't know what they say about other people, but it's like
Yeah.
sometimes it takes a lot for me to leave my comfort zone and go out and meet people. So sometimes I'll leave the player party a little early because I get a little overwhelmed and stuff, and
well,
I
I
asked
it's
laugh
been
when
weird that way.
when I first kind of.
there's
Hmm?
no. Go
Go
ahead,
for it.
Tom.
I was going to say when I first started coming around, I had asked exactly that because I first started seeing your stuff on Facebook. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Does he know what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And Brad will tell you the shit I said. I'm not fucking kidding. And then when
Yeah, yeah.
I started watching it a little more, I started to get it. I'm like, oh fuck. And then I met you, and yeah, I can't imagine anyone saying you have an ego because you're one of those chill dudes. You're one of those
Thank
chill
you.
guys out there. I'm like, let's go get
Thank
Wolf.
you.
He'll come over, and Brad's like, no, man. He just give him a few minutes. He's just chilling. I look over, and you've got your little corner, and you're real quiet. It's like I'm just gonna leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Just
Well, I was
he'll
laughing
come see us later because I know you will. It's just
I
he's the
always
man.
appreciate the love, brother.
I love
there's
everybody.
certain
You guys are all awesome.
individuals. When certain individuals are just like, man, that Wolf guy, he's a dick. I tried talking to him, and he ignored me, and I'm like, nah, you were just probably being a dick. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Wolf.
He's an asshole.
Like,
I
Wolf's not the
but
one being wrong here.
Was
see
he
that's
meeting with a
it's
friend? Like, don't be an asshole.
yeah, it's like it's funny because I don't know, I try to be on as much as I can.
Oh, it's
And like
exhausting though.
when I take a picture, I always want to be excited, and I always am. It's always such a blessing to meet people and take pictures of them and stuff like that. And it's I sometimes I get tired, and
Mhm.
it's I I never deny anything. I'll sign anything for you. I'll take a picture. I mean, I someone I remember I was in a game, and I some players came up and met me, and I met them, and I said hi. I hope you're having fun. I said make sure you hydrate and stuff, and You know what I mean? And I had to get back to the command tent, and I had to do some stuff, and I felt like I was gonna throw up because I drank too much of this weird powder energy drink, and I felt kind of sick to my stomach,
Been
and
there.
I had to go quickly. And then later on, I find out like these guys hate me because I brushed them off, and I don't remember this happening.
So
So it's not, you know what I mean? Like I
I
can't
I work
win
very
sometimes.
closely with Tom here. Him and I work very well together because I don't have your level of clout, but when I go to certain events, people come to me and they want to talk.
Yeah.
And Tom will keep an eye on me because he could see it and he'll just watch my eyes will suddenly just droop a little and he'll swoop in because he
Yeah.
knows my social battery is now depleted. And
See, I need a Tom.
yeah, Tom will come in and
Everybody
just be
needs a
like,
Tom.
he'll put his arm around whoever's talking to me and be like, "Hey, come with me," and he'll just like drag the guy away from me so that I can slip away
Yeah.
before I
It's
either
a smoke stream, dude.
want to blow up at him.
I show up
And
and
again,
pop smoke and I get the fuck out.
there you go, like a ninja. But I don't. And again, I don't want anyone to feel intimidated to come and talk to me and say hi. Please come and.
Oh,
I love meeting people. I love hearing your stories.
Absolutely.
I love experiencing that part of the game with you before and after the game. If you see me in a restaurant, come up and say hi, and we can shoot the shit. I have no problem doing that. So, and if I seem a little down, please don't take it personal.
Yeah,
I promise you,
that's
it's got
just
nothing to do with you.
if anyone who's
You
listening
know what I
to this podcast hasn't figured out that you're an approachable person, they haven't been paying attention very well.
It's true.
I hear you,
It's
but
true.
there's always, there's always someone. Like bad news about you can spread around the world 100 times before people even wake up and hear something good once, right?
Oh, 100%.
Like
Correct.
no matter what you do, and
Correct.
there's people out there who have negative, podcasts and stuff, and that stuff is always popular because people love drama. And people love bullshit, and people like to, there's a lot of grown ass men who like to pretend they're teenage girls in high school and gossip about other people, right?
So true. It's so
there's not
true.
much you can't stop it. I
Patty
just,
bitch.
I no comment. But the I swear the rumors I hear about myself are brilliant, amazing.
Right? You must love waking up in the
Hilarious.
morning though and being like, "Fuck, I wonder what I did yesterday."
It happens so much you wouldn't believe me. The rumors I hear about myself are hilarious.
What I do want to
he's
know-
not coming out there unless you pay him $5,000 to $10,000 every game. Like, really? Holy shit!
Really?
That'd be awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, keep pushing that. I'll get more. I'll get more
Yeah,
stuff.
right? Yeah, damn.
But I hear stuff like that on the daily.
I would love to know though, like where exactly that parking lot joke came from, because it spread like wildfire, and I was like, I've never seen this man in a parking lot.
I know.
He's on the field, or he's trying not to die in his tent.
Or I'm trying. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm trying to pouring water on my head, not to pass out.
Right?
And it's like and I've been doing this for 28 years straight.
Right?
I'm not like some guys who, there's guys who, I've been playing for 30 years, and they go, they'll play 1 or 2 events.
I've been playing
Every
for 30
other
years. I've played
weekend,
30 times.
consistently. Yeah, exactly, right? And I'm gonna toot my own horn slightly.
Fucking Neb. That's who it was.
No,
That's
Neb
what
Neb didn't start it.
I know he didn't.
Neb
No,
runs
he's too
it.
young. He's too young.
I know.
But-
We got to give him credit. Something.
But it's thank you, Philip Thomas. I appreciate that. But it's like, bro, I've killed so many people on video, like proof of kills.
I'm taking that out of
I've been
context. I'm
hundreds.
doing a TikTok and just you going, I've killed so many people.
Hey, that just sounds cool. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. But like the hundreds of hours of videos that I've done on YouTube, and
Right.
like, it's insane. So there's not much more you can prove to people than being who you are and do what you do. And every single game I go out there and bust my butt to try take people out, but I have fun doing it.
Mhm.
So no matter, if someone's gonna believe a story about me being in a parking lot, there's nothing you can do to change that mind, because that's what they want to believe.
No, and then what
But
they'll
if
do
you
is-
actually played with me, then that's only guys with small penises who say stuff like that.
I have not said. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, sorry. there's guys who joke about it, and then there's guys who try to prove it as fact.
Yeah,
It's two different things.
what you end up with is the guys that go to the field and then they see you on the field the entire time, and then that 1 second you're actually like in the parking lot because it's the end of the day and you're
Oh,
loading.
get his
That's how
beer.
it is.
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's
Right?
exactly what it is. But and mind you, I've been Steve. Thank you very much. That's wonderful for you to say. Um, I, I do spend sometimes, and this is a good problem. Don't take it as an ego thing. Sometimes it takes a while for me to get on the field because people want to stop and talk,
For sure.
and they want to, tell their story and let me know they're a fan, and I love that. I have gotten I could spend an entire show just telling other people's stories. I've had guys come up and tell me, they were doing chemo and they were doing physio, and they would have my YouTube channel playing up to inspire them so that they want to go back out and play.
Amazing.
I've had guys go through divorces, and they've heard my story about going through my divorce and how paintball helped me survive it.
Yep.
They got these guys with single dads who have brought their kids out to play. Kids on the spectrum, on the autistic spectrum of what I mean.
Mhm.
And people who when they tell me their stories of inspiration, they inspire me to keep going because there's been a couple of times that I've wanted to take a step back and say, what the hell am I doing this for? I'm in my 50s, and I'm like, what the am I doing with my life? Like, and then I'll have someone tell me their story and go, you know what, I want to get back out there and shoot. And then even watching my own videos when I got to edit, it inspires me to go back out there. And the haters really inspire me to get out there.
Look, man, if you don't have
Because
haters, you're not doing something right.
The haters are like, he sucks. And I love shooting them with paintballs.
They're your
I
biggest
gotta
fans,
say that
baby.
no one's fan. But if I can't prove the haters right, I can't slow down. I can't stop. They're all waiting for me to stop and say, "I told you he wouldn't last." I can't.
Right.
I can't stop.
3 decades later.
30 years. Yeah, exactly. But they're all like, "Oh, he's gonna come out as a fake. One of these days, someone's gonna catch him." But I can't let them win.
I can't wait for that. The day that somebody goes, oh, he's fine. Yes, yeah, he wouldn't last after you've been playing paintball longer than most people have been in a career.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
crazy. But Vegas was beautiful because it reminded me, like, all those guys in head offices like that, that could have kind of been me if I stopped playing and wanted to work and do that. But I'm still in the field. I'm still in the bush. I'm still hunting down people. I'm still, taking first strikes to the head and trying to run away and surrendering Nightmare and taking him out when he's begging for forgiveness on video. But
Christ, that was funny.
I don't know if you guys saw that video.
Oh
That was
my
a fun video.
God, that was.
Like we wouldn't watch
on
that
his,
and not
like,
let him
type
live
it
us
in
down.
That was so much fun.
He's
But
going back on the website.
I didn't even realize it was him.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Until a little bit later into that, which made it even more funny. But that's when I shot him, because if it was a regular begging like that, of course I wouldn't have hit him. But then I saw the little Nightmare symbol, and I go, "Oh, okay." You know what I mean? So
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say I saw the little camera and be like,
Yeah,
"Oh, you're recording."
and then we laughed about it after. I said, I'm going to send you my footage, and you send me yours, and we'll work with it, right? And it's
Love
like,
it.
yeah, that's what it's all about, man. It's just a whole bunch of friends taking each other out in the game and laughing about it later. And it's weird because I've had haters dare me to come out and play their event, or want to do like a grudge match and general against me and see who's better and then all that shit. But I'm like, why would I do that? I'm not gonna go anywhere where I'm not liked.
right?
Right?
Like I play this game for the fun of it. I mean, I'm serious about winning, but it's fun. This game is a stress reliever. I'm not gonna fly somewhere with angry, and just in case someone wants to fight in the staging area and stuff, I got to be ready and be on my toes and have to
And
knock
just-
someone
yeah,
out on
and then-
camera and get a charge
And then someone's gonna
all
get a
that
picture
shit.
of you being antisocial because you're surrounded by a bunch of people who don't like you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like, why would I'm not going to surround myself with that negative energy?
No,
I didn't
that's
last
fair.
this long. I lasted this long because I stayed away from the drama.
Oh man,
I stayed away from
right?
the backstabbing and the politics and all the nonsense because I would have been fed up a long time ago.
Man,
I've been offered to buy 3 different paintball fields in my time. I had turned them all down.
no, that's
And they said, "Hey, Wolf, if you bought this, you could make it huge and successful and yada yada." I don't want to turn this into a business.
yeah.
Because the minute it becomes about the money for me is the minute it's not fun. And it's I won't be able to travel to other games because I'm gonna be worried about the profit margin of the field or certain employees not doing right or like when it comes to Andre in business is a completely different animal than Woods and Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Two different things.
Yeah, I've followed you and watched you in business since there is a marked divide between the guy that I've met on the field and
Yeah.
when the joke the Wolf of Young Street has gone to work and you've gone to go do some business and going to do business, it's like fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave him alone for
Yeah.
the day and let him go do his
Yeah.
thing.
It's two different worlds, and there's a reason why I do paintball for stress relief. Like I had to tell an executive to go fuck himself because he was trying to give me the nigga deal, and that's excuse the language.
No, I
Oh,
love
can
that
do
you
that on the
dropped
show.
that term.
essentially tells us
The-
how the deal was going and your response to it. And
Yeah, and yeah, I
go
had to.
fuck himself too.
We had to, and I don't even curse normally, and I'm not a cursor. I don't swear much, but if you're offering me look 10 grand for something that's like 7 million plus royalties, you can go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in paintball, I would be like, nah, whatever. You know what I mean? Just let me shoot some people and I'll be fine.
There you go. Right?
But
Get it all out.
Andre and Wolf are two completely different entities, and I'm here to just enjoy this game and laugh with people and go out to dinner and
Oh, man.
laugh about it after. And people pull shenanigans like saying it's my birthday when it's really not, like they did in Las Vegas.
Amazing.
Then freaking go out and hang out with midget strippers after. Like it's a whole thing
Vegas, baby.
that it's all about the fun.
All right, that's
Vegas,
it.
baby.
You didn't sell me before. You sold me on midget strippers. I want to go on the strip
Bro.
with Wolf, with midget strippers. That is
It's
Oh,
Vegas, bro.
God.
We can
happen.
do you better, man. We can do midget strippers who are missing a leg. Like we can go. Like,
There you
right,
go.
we can make
Can
this
we get them
specific.
drunk? Because I've heard they're just ridiculous.
Or you take the leg off and these. Okay, never mind. It's a family show, but
And on that bombshell,
it's
and on that bombshell, that's perfect.
Yes, I think
But
we're gonna bring her in. We're gonna rein her in now.
there you go. But
Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead, buddy.
like I said, I do this. Even I love the competitiveness of it, but I do it for the fun and to relax.
Yeah,
And when it comes down to it, the tournament guys do it for the same reason. A few of them actually get paid and stuff, but excuse me, no matter how stressed they look and how mad they are and stuff, they still having fun.
there's a an unwritten rule. I like to think that anything said or done on the field was said or done on the field.
Yep.
And then off, you know what I mean? Like how many times have I've gotten heated on the field many times. And,
Absolutely.
And like
all do.
it's just like it come off the field, the mask come off, and you're not that person anymore.
Yeah.
So like you said, they look competitive, they look angry, aggressive, and then they come off the field, and then they're hanging out with midget strippers. Like it is what it is. So we're definitely going to Vegas next year.
Yeah,
and
like you
and
said,
I
you
think
sold
I
me
can
on
do it for
midget
cheap.
strippers.
I think I can do it for cheap.
And then there's different hotels you can stay at and stuff. Be careful because Vegas has this trap where they tell you a certain price and then they have this thing called a resort fee on top of it. And so it's really scummy of them. So like for instance, say I had this room for at the hotel that I went to, and I was paying like $1,000 for how many ever days. Then they go, okay, so you go and check in and say, okay, so you have your room fee, and then you have a $400 resort fee on top of that. It's like a condo fees. but for resort. Yeah, it's BS. I'm telling
It
you,
is.
Yeah,
It's
that
absolute
sounds
garbage.
like bullshit. Yeah.
it's
Now,
complete BS.
luckily,
And all the hotels do it.
I've got an inside van
Ooh,
with
okay.
Wyndham Resorts
Oh, nice. The wind is crazy in
who can
Vegas.
generate a code, and I can go to Vegas for a week, and I think
Okay,
the
we might need to
resort
talk
is
to
like all in like $400.
F you.
So
Oh,
Yeah, they're like, okay, we can edit this out.
yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna be
That's
balling in
crazy.
style.
That's where
And
we're
But
editing the show.
but yeah, just yeah, if you go, um, your debit card might not work in some of the machines, so you have to be careful.
yeah, that's just
Uh,
traveling in the States. I've found. I run like when I go to the States, it's cash and credit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And what I'll do is sometimes I don't like carrying my credit card with me, so I'll also get a pay as you go card thing,
Mm-hmm.
and just in case a pickpocket gets me or something, I don't lose everything, right? And
Yeah.
you have to cancel your card, and that messes up everything else down the road. Like there's a lot of I travel a lot, so I have a lot of little tricks and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
The prepaid card is definitely a great way to do it.
But the summit, we should talk about it real quick. There has some really cool new stuff coming out. Um, I don't know if you saw my video that I posted on the FSC, the new pistol from First Strike.
Yeah, the XP.
The XP, that would look really cool. I didn't get the previous one, but I didn't like the 8 ounce, 8 gram air thing.
Mm.
I thought it was kind of a pain. I thought it was a bit pricey, but the new one they got coming out, it looks pretty darn cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It does look
Like
pretty dope.
I might actually, and it's 68 cal and all that stuff. Like I might actually switch out my Tipman if it's as good as it seems
Dun, dun, dun.
as a sidearm. Their First Strike has a launcher coming out, and it's ridiculous.
But does it shoot giant first strikes?
No, but it's got projectiles that are really cool, and I can't say too much about it yet.
So what you're saying is I need to go reach out to Ben right now and be like, bro, I want exclusive interview.
You didn't hear anything from me.
Where's Ben?
But
Ben.
listen, don't get me in trouble. Ben likes me again. Don't get me in trouble.
I'm not gonna get you in
But
trouble.
he had some really cool projectiles instead of nerfs that looked dope, and they could change the launcher industry. Who else? Gel Blaster was there. They're making a huge.
I dig
huge
those, man.
push in paintball.
I'm not gonna. How do I word this? I consumed beverages and then shot jelly blasters with gentlemen at the Commando Action Center and had a ton of fun.
They're fun, right?
They're so much fun.
They're a lot of fun. And he had this cool thing that you buy like these squares and you put them on the wall, and you go 1v1, and you have to shoot if you're purple, you have to shoot your color squares. If you're yellow, you shoot yours, and they move around and stuff.
Oh,
Like it was really cool. And normally I don't like outsiders coming to paintball and trying to take part of, you know what I mean? But if you're like it's a great idea for fields to have for the
Yes.
younger kids.
It is.
You know what I mean?
That's Tom and I's interns, as we refer to them, are roughly the same age, and the gel blasters I think, are going to be a great option to bring the boys to the field, and me and Tom can go shoot at each other, and then the kids can shoot at each other, and it's going to be great.
Exactly. Valken was there. He had his Rip Claw.
that's the one I saw that I liked.
I just released a video for it today. I think I released that on YouTube. He's got a great idea coming. He's got it's wow. He's got brand new paintballs coming out that they've got. I don't know what I'm allowed to say. They're not shaped projectiles, but they're measured much more efficiently. We'll put it that way.
Interesting.
So a lot less chance of having a weird box of paint.
Less eggs.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
And just size alone, like specific size, not even eggs or warping or
Okay,
dimples
so it's
or
like
anything
682, 682, 682, 682.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Rip Claw and the accessories just look so cool. Very cool. And it's gonna be it might be the entry level mag fed marker that comes out.
I think that's Vulcan's kind of cornered that market, and they're doing well with that. Is the entry level stuff.
Yeah,
They kind of
it's
pick their
but it's
area.
entry level, but it will also shoot first strikes.
Yeah, no, what I mean is like they're targeting that entry level with
Yeah,
quality product, and they seem to be doing a good
absolutely.
job with that.
And they have a great rental fleet and all that,
Hmm.
right? So yeah, they've got that coming out, which is very excitable. And there's a few other things like Planet Eclipse had a couple things, and Die has some stuff coming out, and I'm not allowed to talk about it yet, but I'm really excited.
The diadem too.
That's all I can say. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah.
I never met her,
Very
but Die's got some very cool stuff coming
excited.
out.
Very excited because I have to get a whole new setup this year. So,
Oh, really? What happened? What'd you do?
oh, my T15 got stolen.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Somebody got into the trunk of my car and took my green gear bag with everything in it
When?
last year.
No, like Commando
No,
or
like
like at
before
a.
Commando. I ran Commando
No
with borrowed
way.
gear.
Oh, that's right. Okay, okay. I
Yeah.
remember you telling me that
So,
now.
but and now,
Jeez.
right now, life is finally aligned to the point where like I can afford to get new gear. So I'm getting
Oh,
all new gear and I'm fucking pumped.
so are you going mag fed? What are you going to do? You
I'm
look at
getting I'm getting a
everything.
mechanical speedball setup first because
Okay.
it's I can use it in both, right? I could play some speedball, I could play some woodsball with it, and then
The Die DSR is pretty cool. Just saying.
the what?
The Die DSR is it? That's
Don't tempt me,
pretty
Frodo.
cool.
It's and then when things settle down, I'll like once maybe near the end of the season or whatever, I'll pick myself up a new MagFed kit. So
Yeah, I got you, Philip. I did not see any new uh, magazines
I
per
hope
se.
there's no more. We have so many mags, and they're great.
They need to be a little more universal.
Yes.
And I know that's not great like see how Planet Eclipse and Valken and Die all have the same mag, like, and they're interchangeable. Like
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
That's it. Just like I think everyone just needs to settle on a generalized design of
Yeah.
Magwell and then put all your
Yes.
fun stuff in the mag itself.
Yeah.
Like make it all fit
Absolutely.
the same Magwell and away we go. So,
Absolutely. But there's there's going to be guys who don't want to play the game, right? So,
whatever.
but that would be lovely.
Yeah,
Just like, I mean, hey, if we can all shoot 68 cal, I mean, we can all agree on other stuff too.
exactly. Especially when you
Yeah.
force their hand. So, Wolfman, thanks for coming on and chatting.
Pleasure is all mine.
Thank you
Pleasure is all
for racing and speeding down the highway and
mine.
to get on the show with us. Much appreciated.
It's okay.
And
It's my pleasure. And I'm sorry I haven't been on earlier, but I get a little crazy and time passes by
seriously,
so
man,
fast.
like I had a kid and 11 months kind of just vanished.
Has it been at 11?
Yep.
She was 2 months.
Yeah, that's
into
right.
that.
Because it was just before D-Day.
Yeah.
And then, oh my gosh.
Right?
You got a 1-year-old already. That's
I know.
freaking crazy.
Her birthday's already planned for April. It's going to be
Oh my
awesome.
gosh, I feel old again. Okay.
Dude, I feel old. She wakes me up at like 6 a.m. and I'm just like, I can't do it today. So
No, but that's a different type of old.
yeah,
You
but then you
know,
pick her up and she smiles and you're
when
like,
when
yeah.
those reds turn into this,
Dude, you can't see it on
That's a
camera.
whole-
The camera hides it. But
oh really? You're getting them in now?
there's so much white in my beard. Wait
Yeah,
till you
man.
see it,
No,
Ottawa.
Just for men. Just for men.
They don't make
Hot
an
red.
orange.
Fuck no,
red
I'm gonna
color.
go.
They
with
don't make orange.
that looks good.
Oh really?
Mhm.
Find a
So-
colorist. You get a colorist.
Yeah.
A lot of hairdressers who can fix that. But
yeah.
yeah, the pleasure is all mine.
So,
brother.
yeah, man, we'll get you
and
on,
I'm happy you're still doing the show. I'm happy you're doing amazing and sticking with it. And you guys are moving all over the place, going through personal issues, and you're still doing the show.
Dude,
And that is everything.
this
That
show
consistency is beautiful.
has
It's therapy
helped
for us.
both Tom and I
does,
so
it
much because we
does.
both went through bullshit one right after the
Yeah.
other.
Oh, I know, bro. I know.
So,
You guys all
I know.
suffered through listening to me going batshit crazy.
honest to God, I think it's a curse of paintball because I don't think I've met many paintball who hasn't gone through some sort of hardship. Except
And
Nightmare,
paintball got us through it.
Yep.
right?
Yeah, it did.
Paintball got us.
100%.
And people don't know this, but I would not be Wolf if I did not go through the crap I went through because I put all that pain into my videos, and that's how I became who I am.
It gave you an outlet for the energy.
Yep.
It did.
Right?
It's
So-
straight therapy, bro.
Yeah. So, folks, for everyone who stuck around with us, chatting and liking and sharing and all that, thank you so much. Truly, truly appreciated it. And, absolutely go check out and support us by supporting the sponsors. Go check out Moncton Paintball. If you ever come down to the East Coast, you have to check out Moncton Paintball. If you're ever in Fredericton and you're ever looking to medicate, you can get some very fantastic hardware from Rip Kings, custom blown glass, high quality vapes, all that jazz.
All the good stuff.
If you need air, Ninja Air, they're sponsoring us now, which is fantastic. Go check that. If you need a tank, you need a rag, Ninja, man, go Ninja. Love their stuff. And of course, if you're ever inclined to, we do have the Patreon. So if you feel like throwing a couple dollars at us every month, we truly appreciate it. It's just patreon.com/maritime paintball podcast. And so that's it, folks. Next week, we have a fantastic guest lined up. I'm not going to tell you who it is. And then we've got another guest lined up for the week after that, which is even better. No, they're not even better. They're on the same par. They're fantastic. So it's going to be a good time. Super excited for the next 2 weeks. And then bunch of other stuff is happening. I don't really know. I'm super excited for everything. So life is finally starting to line up and things are going to be great. So That's it. We're out of here. Wolf, thanks again. Go get some more water.
My pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Folks, until next week, cheers.
Good night.
Peace.